This is Boxing Tickets NI in association with SB Sports and Chaco Cosmetics. Did it take you a bit of time to get used to the Chaco as well? I know I've been slagging Marty. It's taken maybe 6 or 7 interviews to finally get Chaco Cosmetics out. You obviously sponsored yourself, but they're giving me a bit of grief.
No, the boys are dead on now. No, like the drinks and all, they're doing really well.
They definitely are. Obviously, first and foremost, obviously welcome to the pros. I think probably in boxing circles for a while it's sort of been talked about Kurt Walker's going to go pro. Where did it sort of your idea come from? Did you have it set up in your mind before the Olympics, or?
I would say so, but it was never really set in stone. You know, it was my goal to go and win the Olympics and then turn pro, and that's the fairy tale. But obviously it didn't work out that way. But I just got back, took time off. It's a hard decision, you know, going pro. You have everything at your feet in the amateurs, everything's paid for, everything's free, everything's safe. But it's a risk as well, going pro, and I'm glad it's done.
And obviously over the last year, you've obviously the birth of your daughter, obviously premature, and obviously having their own sort of battles. Does that sort of in a way sort of make you think that life can be short? You know, in times, obviously, thankfully your daughter's okay now, but whenever you're sort of making the decisions on your boxing and going, you know what, if I don't go now, I'll probably, you know, like Paddy, obviously never really ambitions to go pro, but sometimes you can leave it too late and turning over.
Yeah, 100%. You know, I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for me. I want to provide for my family. I want a secure life for them after boxing. That's why it kind of is my decision to go pro, because it's that risk and reward factor. You know, there is a lot of reward, but it's a lot of risk. But I'm confident I can pull it off.
And sort of looking back at the Olympics, I know probably anybody watching it, and you're sort of looking at, you know, your fight with Duke Reagan. I know obviously I wouldn't be the biggest of the Olympics fan, because it's between pro boxing and Olympics and amateur boxing, people can get caught in the crossfire sort of and what dictates how points are scored and stuff in a fight. But sort of I know from watching the fight that you lost the first round 5-0. Second round you won 4-1, sorry. But your second round was more of a 5-0 than obviously the first one was. Do you sort of look back at that?
Actually the second was 3-2, the third was 4-1. So I got I won rounds 2, rounds 3, lost rounds 1 and lost. Like, that's just the way it goes. You know, it's hard. Like, lost the worst possible way you could lose. But it's good. No, I'm ambitious again. Now these things happen. You know, I'm just glad I was given the opportunity to show everyone at home how good it really was. So.
Definitely, and obviously now it's sort of turning the page on amateur boxing, and I know people's going to make a comparisons between you and Peter McGreal. It's obviously just turned over as well. I think he's fought 4 or 5 times.
I'm not sure, but I think he's a wee bit lighter than me, you know, I don't know, but I'm just concentrating on what's ahead of me at the start, you know, and if these fights present themselves down the line, then that's good.
And obviously turning pro with Conlan Boxing as well, you know, I know you've a great affiliation with the Conlans. Obviously John trained you in the high performance unit, and obviously teammates with Mick in the past and stuff as well. What was the sort of decision behind turning pro with Conlan Boxing?
Just Jamie's been the main man in management the last few years, you know, especially in Belfast. Everywhere all over Ireland, he does lots of things. So that was a deal breaker for me. Obviously Jamie is one of the best in the league, and then Mick with him, who went my route, the Olympic route, so he is similar to me. Everything that he done, I've kind of done, followed behind, so he knows where I'm coming from, different parts that Jamie never went through, and Jamie knows different parts that Mick never went through, so it's a perfect fit.
I think Jamie's probably the perfect fit for boxing. Being a former boxer himself, he knows what it likes to go through. Obviously I know other people like Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren wouldn't have boxed in the past, so they don't know what it's like to be a boxer, so it's probably the perfect fit for you. Signing with Top Rank as well, you can have that coverage in America and stuff as well.
That's a dream, that's any fighter's dream come true. You know, Top Rank is the biggest promotional company in the world, and that's full stop, so I'm sure I'm going to get great opportunities in the future as long as I keep working hard on my fights. I'm looking forward to it.
And you're going to be trained by Adam Booth as well?
Here now, so everything in the gym is perfect. I love everyone in the gym. They're all good lads. It's a good environment, it's a good vibe. You know, I'm really enjoying it over there.
And it's a perfect fit as well. Obviously Ryan Burnett there as a unified world champion. Mick's obviously in the Cosmetics, obviously the first world title as well. So his track record with Irish boxers, you know, you couldn't have asked for a better fit. You know, he's 1 from 1, well 2 from 2 in world title fights for Irish boxers, and obviously Mick's now coming up. Obviously it just sets the blueprint well for you.
Yeah, definitely. He obviously has a good relationship with Belfast boxers, well fighters, so I have a good relationship already. You know, he's a nice fella and all, so we'll just have to see how it goes.
And looking forward, obviously I think you're going to have your debut now before the end of the year.
Hopefully, anyway, so hoping for something to get announced on the next few weeks, so yeah, I'm training away, I'm ready to go. So
it's just airing at the bit now, sort of the adrenaline kicking in, you're going, I just can't wait to get over and done with.
I can't wait, no, that was the last time I boxed July, so end of July. So it's been a long time. I can't wait to get back now.
It's getting the weight off now again as well.
It's all right now, near enough. So I'm good. I just want to get in, get the ball rolling, get the feel for it, just enjoy the moment too.
And in terms of you transferring over from amateur boxing, are you going to try and get as many fights as possible? No, when Sean McComb turned over his debut year, he fought 8 times as a pro.
Hopefully I'm going to get out now 6 times from now to next December. Like, so obviously all doing well. Things happen, things get cancelled, you know, so you just never really tell what's going to happen. But I hope my main goal is to get 6 before the end of the season.
And sort of aim, sort of the first couple of years, he sort of just get as many fights as possible. I know obviously everybody has a sort of dream location of where they want to fight. Is it sort of the top rank? You know, you'll get where you want.
I'd love to fight in Windsor Park, you know, because obviously from there it was brilliant. No, I would love to fight there because I go much more than much. It'd be brilliant for me, you know, and I love the fans as well, so I'd really enjoy that.
Were you at Windsor 2018?
I was.
I think people are still probably ringing their ears out from obviously all the rain that was there that night.
I know, it was a nightmare, but I'll get it on a summer's day, hopefully.
It'd be nice in the summer's day, you know, but I guess they obviously to fight at Windsor Park and stuff as well. You know, it's probably going to be a few years down the line, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's 25,000 at Windsor for that night, and you probably have to fight for a world title or a good title at that stage.
So hopefully it'll be a good time. I have to get the fans in. So
it's good ambitions they have.
Yeah.
You seem to have quite a bit of support as well, so I'm sure you just can't wait to obviously get a fight at home as well, and obviously show. You know, sometimes with pro boxing in particular, it's about selling tickets.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you just can't wait to sort of make a homeward sort of track. You're at the Ulster Hall on Friday night. What do you think of the card?
Brilliant, I really enjoyed it. Also great nights, fans. You think there was 10,000 at times. You know, there's serious rollers, and that's what I want. I'll maybe fight back Belfast next year.
And I know with Lewis and Polly in particular, and probably even Sean, they've all been managed by Jamie to get to the stage they're at. Are you sort of looking at it and going, you know, in a year or two down the line, that's going to be me been tracking that way to a successful story?
100%, yeah. Jamie's great at guiding fighters, you know, and he's done it with Lewis Cracker, Sean McComb, Paddy McCoy's doing great. So I just hope he will do the same for me. You know, I'm on his agenda and everything's looking well, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, Kurt, listen, obviously thank you very much for your time. Obviously we'll look forward to seeing your debut news. I'm guessing obviously the initial talk is obviously you're going to be fighting in a mixed card, and I think a rumoured date's on Paddy's Day next year.
Yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes, you know, because Eddie Hearn is the first bit, so it'll be a bit harder maybe, but we'll see what happens, hopefully. We'll see.
Well, thanks very much for your time. Cheers, take care.